Chat, chat, chat. This is our podcast.
Chat,
Blah,
chat,
blah,
chat.
blah.
I love that.
Perfect.
Okay, so welcome to episode 4 of Paint Your Face podcast. And today we have the gorgeous Charly. And I'm going to let Charly introduce herself and tell you about her many businesses. 2, 3.
Yeah.
You're a busy
Jack of
lady.
all trades. So hi everyone, I'm Charly, and I have 2 businesses. Trained by Charly, which is my online and in-person fitness business for women, and I also have the Finer Details, which is content creation for weddings.
Perfect. It's coming into wedding season, so are you starting to get busy with both businesses, really?
With both. Summer is very much on the way. Even when I showed up today, I had my jumper on. I feel like I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm in
summer's
denial.
here.
I'm in denial about it. But yeah, things have been really, really busy, and I feel like when the sun's out, everyone's in a better mood to get fitness anyway, to get stuff done.
Oh yeah, I like people better. I can get up easier in the morning. I mean, I'm not quite getting up and going to run yet.
Not yet,
but maybe I am. Is that what you do?
Well, not every single day, but I think it's nice when people are working towards like a performance goal as well as like an aesthetic goal.
So for someone like me who does actually no exercise, does painting faces count as exercise?
Like, you're moving, you're standing
this should be going. This should be going. Really does nothing. What would you advise to start? Because I've seen some of your videos, and were you not that girl at one point that didn't do anything?
100%. So all through school, I was the girl who handed a note into PE. Like I would skip it, and then it was only when I got pregnant with my daughter that I was like, goodness me, like I have to look after this little person. And am I really looking after myself? Like, am I putting myself first in terms of like looking after my body? And the answer was definitely no. So I decided the logical solution would be to just train to be a personal trainer. But that honestly just came from fear of going to the gym, like actually.
Love that.
Going in there.
So I'm scared of getting dental work, so I'll become a dentist.
I'll do my own. I'll do my own. That's literally. And that probably just came from that fear of like people. I was so worried to go into the gym and do something wrong and people to judge me and be like, oh, she's like, looks like an idiot doing it like that.
I'm exactly the same. I hate going into the gym, but maybe it's more the thought of going in.
I see them all the time. I see you. They come into the gym and they'll go on the treadmill and they've got every intention of getting a training session done, but it just looks too intimidating. And then they end up like just not doing anything, going up the road. So that's why I just think it's so important to have a plan, like have an action plan when you're coming to the gym. Like work with a trainer, or there's so many like plans online. Like if you are just looking for a program, like there's so many that will just get you through it. Most gyms also like will provide them with an induction. I just think people are scared to ask.
I think the gym is in par with like dancing or something. Like you for some reason think you're going to look like an idiot. Like you're not seeing the bigger picture that I need to be a healthier, stronger version of me for my kids. Like when you go to have a family and you mentioned this was the change in you, I actually do think you start going, I need to live forever. Yeah. I need to live forever now until that kid's like knows how to live its life and cook and clean and has its own family, and then I could depart. That's so dramatic. Depart this earth. However, when they're babies, you're like, wow, I need to stay alive. You need to stay alive. It's all about, So I don't know how do you talk someone like me into basically telling them to fuck up?
So what I would say from the get-go is it can be a lot simpler than you think. So if you're getting overwhelmed with it, always just take a second to be like, this is simple, this is fun. Like that's what fitness always should be. The most common goal you get from like brides, for example, would be fat loss for their wedding. But often when you dig a little deeper, it's actually just about they want to feel good within themselves. Keep it nice and simple. If you were starting from fresh, I would set yourself a water goal for starters. Water, so underrated. Step goal, 100%. Maybe
10,000.
Well, 10,000 is a good.
Oh, I need more. Your eyes, your eyes are like, she needs more. Even like starting with 8, like it's good to, even if you track your steps for a week, say you're hitting like 6,000,
try aim for 8 and try that for a week and then see, okay, I'll challenge myself, get to 10. But 10's are good.
Right, I'm going to interrupt Charlie's chat. Oh, that could be your podcast. Charlie's chat. To come in with what we're doing with makeup as well. I personally wouldn't do a focus on the eyes and the lips. I would kind of choose one. It's either boobs or legs. So which would you prefer, eyes or lips?
Maybe eyes today.
Eyes, yeah. Most people are eyes, aren't they? Especially for an event that you are maybe going to have to wear your lipstick for a long period of time, like a wedding. So you don't want to have to worry about topping up too much for a bolder colour. Because Charlie wants her focus to be the eyes, we're going to find her eye colour. So Charlie, would you agree your eyes are more green?
Yes.
Yeah. So when you're looking at greens, you have the more green yellows, the yellow greens, the greens, or the bluey green. I think you actually fit right into the green. So actually your eye colour, I think, is really similar to my eye colour.
Yeah,
so this works well because anything I do to you, I'll work out whether I like it for me. You can be the guinea pig, the green eye guinea pig. So if we're looking at just the green shades, I'm going to use this smaller tool because that actually has a little bit more realistic colours for actual eye colour. So if we go to green, and hopefully you can see this, that if I hold this up to her eye area, at the green we have this kind of light, more lime green, then a more sort of foresty green, and then a really deep, I don't even know what you call that green, but I'm going to go in the middle for the forest green for Charlie. So in theory, when you go right across the colour wheel to the polar opposite, so that actually brings you to red, that is going to be your contrasting colours. So you actually could put bright red onto your eyes. We're probably not ever going to do that unless it's Halloween or editorial. And it would make the green just absolutely pop out of your eyeball, which would be amazing, but probably just not realistic. Where you could filter these red colours in is actually your lips. So if you're ever wanting to do a really bold lip and you've no time for eyes, you could go for some of these plummy red colours, any sort of pink, but it has to have more of a red tone. So if we filter that into eyeshadow color, I'm going to use the Naked palette Wild West, and I'm going to concentrate on some of these more sort of reddy orange sort of burnt colors. We're going to do something kind of sexy and smoky with those. And then do you feel like a little bit of sparkle would be good, or would you rather keep it matte? I actually don't mind.
Let's add a
bit of sparkle. You're a sparkle girl. You're a sparkly girl. So we're going to go for Whiskey and Ghost Town and use a little mix of those guys. We'll, of course, always feature some neutrals in because that just is going to be a really good like diffuser for your makeup. And then we're going to do Hold'em, which is like quite a sparkly gold. And what we should in theory see is that the green in your eyes just should pop out.
Let's get glam. Let's do it.
Let's get glam. What do you say you actually do for a job?
Oh, with Trained by Charly?
Which one? If you've just met a stranger and they're like, what do you do?
I'll say I have a content creation business for weddings, and I'm also a fitness trainer for women, and I work with them online and in person.
And what about the content creating? How did you get into that?
So I worked in weddings when I was younger.
Oh, do you love?
I did. I just worked for a company. We did photo booths. They did wedding DJing. So I did some of their social media stuff. I just really missed the industry. Like, it's so nice being part of someone's special day.
It's lovely, isn't it?
It's lovely. So I missed that, and I missed being a little bit more creative. So I thought that would be something a little bit different. It's away from fitness. I don't have to wear lycra for it, and
unless you want to.
Unless you want to. But yeah, it's been so interesting.
Like, what does your day look like when you're booked for a wedding?
I'll head up for this part, meet the lovely makeup artists, which is lots of fun. One of my favourite parts of the day is to capture is all the girls getting ready.
Yeah, it's the best bit.
It's the best bit. Like, the excitement's there.
Sorry, brides. I know you've paid like 30 grand, 40 grand for your wedding, but the best part's just the morning, getting ready, where I'm involved. You know what it's like though, even nights out with girls and all, it was always in the house getting ready with your mates was the best bit of the night, having a few drinks, putting the music on. It's
real girls' bathroom energy in the morning.
Absolutely.
And they've all got their matching jammies.
Yeah, usually.
It's so fun. It's essentially capturing behind the scenes, so I don't replace a videographer or photographer.
Disclaimer,
I do not replace. So I think for me with content creation, I didn't realise how, like, obviously the bride, you don't want your phone on your special day, and sometimes like there's something you just want to snap off, and it's all those behind the scenes parts that aren't necessarily captured by your videographer or photographer, but you don't have your phone on you to just grab a quick snap. And obviously as the bride, no one wants to be having their phone in their hand. And I think honestly with content, like what makes my job a lot easier is when you're relaxed. See, when the bride's having a nice day and she's just laughing, like in love, enjoying herself, it just makes it so much easier. So if you want your content to be good, just relax. That's a big question I get with brides in the fitness industry. So if I'm working with a bride on the lead up to her wedding, there tends to be a lot of social events on the lead up that they get a little bit nervous about. If they're like on a goal, say they're on a goal to like shredding for the wedding, if that's their goal and you've got a lot of social events like dinner with family like beforehand, or you've got like obviously you've got your dress fitting, your bridesmaids, like the hen, like you've got so many social events, people can really get a little nervous about their goals. But I think it's just important to remember, like one day doesn't need to impact like the whole plan.
Well, I've not thought about that. So people are booking in, of course, PT, let's get me fit and healthy and strong. And then they're like, oh, I've got a full weekend in Magaluf for my Hindu. What am I going to drink and eat? And you would just say, well, just go for it. Just enjoy yourself.
Just enjoy yourself. It's just about having that, I hate the word balance, but the word balance.
Why do you hate that word?
I feel like it's overused. Like, it's just about finding balance
in life.
What does that even mean?
No idea.
Exactly, but we're all looking for it.
It's probably the word like normal. What is balance? What's normal? What is normal? To you know?
Exactly.
Right, I'm going to smudge a little bit of gel liner into your lash line. Just open your eye, look straight ahead. So I'm just building up this little gel liner, and I'm going to smudge it with a little bit of shadow, give you a sexy, sexy look. And then we'll put on lashes, tidy up the eyes, and get the skin looking skinny. So I wanted to ask you, so say I was a bride, just got engaged. Exciting. I'm getting married in a year or 6 months. I'm going abroad. Why not? I'm going to Vegas. Let me think. Yeah. What are we doing? What's the step one?
So you come to me, we would do a goal set to start with. So first of all, I need to know like how much time we have, what your expectations are, because some people have like, it goes both ways. Sometimes it's unrealistic and sometimes it's a case of like they underestimate what they can achieve in that time.
Oh, okay.
Just because of self-doubt, like people don't really believe in themselves as a general rule. So we want that to, hammer that out of you and make sure that you're feeling good. Mindset is going to be just as important as your physical fitness. And I think a huge thing, a bit of advice I would give everyone that starts with me and anyone in general, is if you're looking at exercise and nutrition from a place of like self-hate, like punishment, like if you're like, oh, I was bad and I hate my body, so I need to go to the gym, or oh, like I ate loads of pizza on Friday, so I need to like go a run on Saturday, you're not going to get anywhere in a hurry because it's not going to be enjoyable. It's coming from a really bad mindset. So it's just about flipping that to a place of like self-love. And what I mean by that, a great example is your meal prep, for example. If that's not something you do on a daily basis, or like weekly basis, however you do it, I always use the example of my little girl brushing her teeth. So she hates brushing her teeth. It's just something that she doesn't like doing, and every night we have a Barney about it because I'm like, come on, it's going to take you like a few minutes. But she just doesn't want to do it. But I have to force her to do it because I love her and I don't want her to have bad oral hygiene. And it's something that she's going to need as an adult to function. I know that sounds deep for brushing your teeth, but like that is why. So if it means we fall out and like I have to force her to do it and be like, listen, this is really important, we're doing it. And I do that because I love her, but often with ourselves, we don't force ourselves to do these things that we don't want to do, the gym, steps, eating healthy, drinking our water. And that's the lack of self-love because you would do it for other people.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're starting your fitness journey, if you act like you've went into the body of, you've done like, is it Freaky Fridays with the Change Bodies? You've done a Freaky Fridays with the person you love the most in the world. How would you treat their body? Like, would you keep them healthy? Would you, like, how would you move? And if you're coming from that place, like, you're going to see much better results because you're going to enjoy it more. Like, you're doing it from a place of like, I love myself, so I deserve to feel good.
It's honestly really good because I have literally been chopping so often. My son is so fussy, so he needs his apple peeled and chopped. My daughter will have the skin and chopped, and you know, I'm sitting chopping all this for them peeling stuff. The grapes are chopping, and then I give that all to them, and I'm just having a coffee and a biscuit. You know, I never go like, just chop an apple for me.
Exactly. Chop an apple for you, Laura. Come on.
Okay.
That's the lesson of today.
An apple a day.
Chop an apple for you.
Right, I'm going to put a lash on. So I'm actually going to put a tiny bit of glue on the lash. Well, it's not really on the lashes. It's on the like eyeliner. So I double up the glue, let's just say. So if you can just look down and keep your head still, but don't look up. What about you? Have you got any goals that you're working towards just now? Like if you have a holiday you're working, or you just like every day is?
So I used to bodybuild.
Oh.
There's a lot of sacrifice. Just I thought it would maybe be like, okay, it's just gonna be 12 weeks challenge, but it really did go into your everyday. So now I'm just adjusting to be not being as strict, and I'm really into my running right now. So I've booked a half marathon for October. So I suppose that's the next kind of performance goal.
How long is a half marathon?
Great question.
You don't know. I have no idea. Oh, yes. Alexa, how long is a half marathon?
Good morning, Laura. A half marathon is 13.1 miles.
Oh.
It's 13.1 miles, Laura. That's how long it is.
Skin's looking so good.
Skinning.
So I've used the Dior Face and Body, and I had to mix 2 shades for you. So that was 05 and 1. Yeah, 05N and 1N. Do you know what the N means?
No.
No?
Tell me.
N means neutral. Charlotte Tilbury. So C, do you know what that means?
No.
No, so it's cool.
Oh.
So in our world, cool, neutral, and then W's warm. So cool tends to be slightly more pinkier tones. W tends to be warmer tones, which tends to be yellow or olive tones. And neutral's got a wee bit of both. Okay. So actually you can always take something like this guy, the Face Atelier Pink, and mix it in any foundation to make it more of like a pinkier tone. But you do have a neutral on today, and I think it looks really good. But you can actually see across your chest here where you have got a wee bit of sun, because it's been lovely the last few weeks. It's some pinky tones are coming through. It's not the golden browns.
Oh, you're so good at skin.
So I'm now going to contour you. So you've got this gorgeous skin that's skinning, but it's quite a flat skin. So we're now wanting to bring in some sculpting. So I want to just sculpt around the outer edges. And I could use a darker foundation. I could have just gone for one of the darker shades, but actually it's good to use a specific contour cream or bronzer because they tend to have a little bit more grey in them. So when you think of like sculpting an area and making it have like a shadow, you're darkening and you're actually putting more like a grey, cooler undertone. Do you tend to wear makeup every day? Have you got anybody that comes to the gym wearing it?
I am dreadful at makeup, and I feel like it's interesting at the gym because some people are of the thing like you should show up to the gym like it's an event.
Oh.
Like, you know, like if it makes you feel good, like put your makeup on, put a nice workout outfit on, it motivates you to get through the workout.
Yeah, I think I might be of the firm view that you shouldn't wear it.
Really?
But I'm thinking of the skin.
You're thinking of the
skin. So
skin
as much as people say like, you know, but the skin is your largest organ. It is moving, changing. So I just feel like don't unnecessarily clog it with sweat and makeup and everything. So I don't know, are people less likely to clean their face after their workout if they have their makeup on? I would like to think if I was coming for a workout, I come makeup free. Is this really bougie? I come with like micellar water and a moisturizer. No,
I think that's good.
So after, if I've been all sweaty, then I'm going to clean my skin so that my pores aren't sitting with that sweat and grease and oils, and then I can rehydrate. No,
I think that's good. That's good advice.
Yeah. Do you feel the pressure to wear the top sports gear?
No. I
No?
think, if anything right now, I feel it's going the other way. Like TikTok shop is, everyone's wearing everything. I ask people, I'm like, what where's this from? They're like, Primark, where's that from? TikTok shop, like.
Yeah. It is good to know that you're like, nah, you're not seeing that in the gym. Are you happy with me doing a little bit in the waterline?
Yes,
Okay, just look up. What I've found recently for under the lashes, that all mascaras, especially when you're doing it as a makeup artist to someone else, it's intimidating coming lower underneath your eyelashes. I find these little dental brushes. So these are for like in between your teeth.
That's so smart.
Are really good.
A good hack.
I know. So I've just done your brows earlier. If you remember, I put the brow wax through, and then I'm just on a couple little ones, just using the NYX like micro pens, and I'm just filling in like fake hairs. But it's actually just so that in this camera and in the photos it looks really nice. Because in person, your brows are fab. Do you know what I mean? Like you don't really need, I just know that outer edge is probably lost a little bit because your hair is quite dark, but your brows are not as dark.
You know what, I get that a lot. Like sometimes for my makeup, I think it's fine in the mirror, and then when I film myself, I'm like, oh, my brows look really light.
So lip pencils are not just sharpened so that they can be sharp. That would make sense, but it's also for hygiene. So even I use my pencils obviously on all clients to make sure that I've taken off that last layer. But even your personal use, like I say to people all the time, do you want to lick an apple, leave the apple for 24 hours and then eat it? No, you know you licked it. So there's bacteria starting. So I try to make sure that people are symmetrical with their lips. So you want to run down the middle of your face and draw a line from top to bottom on your mouth. And then start with the Cupid's bow, whether you like a more enhanced Cupid's bow, it can be quite tickly, or whether you prefer to like cancel out the Cupid's bow and do more rounded. But I prefer to round off the Cupid's bow a little bit, so it kind of gives the appearance of a slightly fuller lip just in the middle, rather than the whole way the outer edge. We're testing colours here, but I'm just going to take off the excess there and then use my brush just to apply that. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Muse. See that lip pencil used? It is like a cooler burnt sort of brownie, but actually that tends to be the colour of like moles. I don't find that moles tend to be just a perfect brown. They think they have a more reddy tinge. So if there is anywhere that we want to put a little mole, then we might. So I might put one here. Anytime you see any light skin texture, you can fill it in and pretend it's actually a little freckle. So I think that it's not a spot, it's not skin texture like dryness. I think it's just a general, like a clear freckle that you have there. So it's becoming a real freckle now. I'm a real boy. Because that would be a cute place to have one. So it's just bringing back the odd little freckle.
I'm excited.
So this is the, how do you say it? Sol de Janeiro? No, how do you say it?
Sol de Janeiro.
Yeah.
Is it?
I think so. So Sol de Janeiro, and it's the body gloss that has like a little bit of scent in it, and it gives just a slight bronzy finish on the chest. So it's really good for brides or bridesmaids, anybody that wants that little chest glow because they've got a low cut top or a low cut dress or something.
It smells great.
It's so nice. It just smells of summer. Right, close eyes, deep breath. So I like a good dose of that, and then sometimes I even go back in with my puff just to almost like pop it right into the skin.
Stop, Laura.
I think you look amazing.
Oh my god, I love it. This is best yet.
What do you think of the lip?
I love the lip colour, and that's not something I would normally wear, but I really like it. Because I always want to wear like a red. Yeah. But I feel like sometimes a red's like too much, but this is kind of giving like...
That's given the kind of sultry, like we are wearing, like we've got a bolder lip, but actually it's wearable for daytime, and there's no problem with you going for a red. But remember, actually see your phone cover. That sort of colour would be so nice on you. Like a deeper burgundy red for the green eyes to pop.
You're a wizard.
You're a wizard, Harry.
You're a wizard.
So thank you so much for watching. Thanks for attending. I hope you love your makeup.
Thanks for having me. I love it.
Yay! And you look glam for work, but
Glam
sure,
for
that's
work.
okay. And yes, I hope that was helpful for anybody, talking about a little bit of colour theory. And there were some good tips and techniques from myself and from you. And I'm ready to go and eat an apple and do a run.
To eat an apple, do a run.
Yeah. Right.
Bye, guys.
Bye.